Welcome back. We are talking properties of parallelogram. Flipping over on the back side of that page. Again, we're going to start out by identifying what property we can use and then use it to find the missing value. In this case, number 7, we're solving for x. We know that we have two sides marked. Those are opposite sides. Property number 1 tells us opposite sides are congruent. So I can say 9x minus 25 equals 5x plus 7. Got ourselves a little bit of algebra to do. Say that 4x equals 32, or x would be 8. In this case, that's what they asked for. Looking on to number 8. Okay, number 8, find the value of yz. So first step, opposite sides are congruent. So I'd say 11x plus 1 equals 19x minus 31. Again, go do a little bit of algebra. I'd find that 32 equals 8x, or x equals 4. Now in this case, I'm not finished. It asked for yz. So in order to find yz, I'm going to take and plug in my 4. 19 times 4 minus 31. So 19 times 4 would be 76 minus 31. Ooh, that's a minus sign there. And then I'd say 45 would be yz, because yz stands for the distance from y to z. And that would be your final answer. Looking on to number 9. We know that TV is 74, that whole distance. And we know that WV is half of that at 4x plus 1. Solve for x. The easiest thing to me is to say 74 divided by 2 equals 37. So we know TW is 37. We know VW is 37. So we can say 37 equals 4x plus 1. Again, we get to that point. We got a little bit of algebra to do. 36 equals 4x, or x equals 9. Should be your final answer. Looking on, number 10. Guys, my suggestion at this point, if you have not done so already, pause the video. Try to do these on your own and come back to the video to check your work. Number 10, if NS is 2x plus 7 and SQ is 5x minus 23, find NQ. First step is to find x. We know those two pieces are congruent because diagonals bisect each other, property number 5. So we say 2x plus 7 equals 5x minus 23. Work through a little bit of our algebra. Say that 30 equals 3x, or 10 equals x. Now, 10 equals x. They asked me to find NQ, which would be the whole distance. So 2 times 10 plus 7 tells me that each side in S would be 27. So NQ would be 27 times 2, which is 54. And that would be your final answer. Looking on, number 11. Looking at those two angles, they're asking us to find angle B. First, we need to find x to solve for angle A. No, angle A and angle C are congruent because they're opposite. So 6x minus 15 equals 4x plus 11. Got a little algebra to do. So I'd say 2x equals 26. Sorry about that one. X equals 13. So if I go plug that back in, 6 times 13 minus 15, 60, 78 minus 15. So we'd say 63 degrees is the measure of angle A. We know that A and B are supplemental because they're consecutive, so 180 minus 63. My measure of angle B would be 117 degrees. Looking on problem number 12. Okay, we've got consecutive angles. We know consecutive angles add to 180. They're supplemental. So I'm going to say 11x minus 7 equals 180. I'm going to add 7 to both sides. 11x would be 187. Divide by 11, x would be 17. So, x is 17, go plug that in. I'm looking for r, so when I plug it in, I'm going to plug it into p because those are congruent pieces. 3 times 17 plus 5, so that'd be 30, 51 plus 5, or 56 degrees would be the measure of angle r. Looking down at number 13. Okay. If KLH is 134, this whole angle is 134, solve for x. Well, I know that consecutive angles are supplementary, so I'd say 4x plus 142 equals 180, minus 142. 4x would be 38 degrees, or x would be 9.5. All right, working on to the last one, number 14. If the measure of angle ABC is 115 degrees, find the measure of angle ADB. So I'm trying to find this measure. Now, because of these angles being alternate interior, I could say that 10x minus 5 equals the 115, or 10x equals 120. X would be 12. And I want to know the measure of ADB, so 6 times 12 minus 11. That'd be 72 minus 11, which would give me 61 degrees for the measure of angle ADB. This has been Coach Eichner's Math. Hopefully this has been informative. As you work through these, please remember the best thing you can do is to go back to your properties when you get stumped and think about how each property could help you set up an equation or solve for a missing piece of your puzzle. Hope you have a great rest of your day.